Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peace, and on this channel we talk about everything product marketing. So today I'm going to share some tips with you that can make your resume sound more like a product marketing resume, especially if you're trying to apply for your first product marketing job and you want to get a shot. You want to be able to compete, you want to be able to even get a shot at an interview to begin with. So let's get started with some of the things that you can do to spice up your resume and just make it look more product marketing, if that's a word. The first one is to use the name product, which is a no-brainer, right? So if you're a brand marketer or you're a content marketer, you probably have worked with maybe content, or brand. Now, when you're working on your resume, you want to do like some editing there. So you start positioning yourself in a product way. So you say something like, launched a campaign for the product, not for the brand. Did this campaign for content would now become, did this campaign to educate about the product, blah, blah, blah. Focus it on product. Created an email list that educated customers about FAQs, about the brand, FAQs, about the brand information, about content, blah, blah, blah. Change all of that to product. So essentially, I'm saying what you'd have on your resume should focus a lot on product. Use the word a lot because when people are hiring product marketers, they want someone that understands how a product works. And a product is different from a brand. A product is a singular entity that needs to go and sell, unlike a brand, right? So that's something you should pay attention to as you're building your resume. So the second thing to do is to shine the light on customers. So of course, your resume should have like facts and figures. It should have things that's solid. But what makes your resume stand out as a product marketer is the light you shine on your customers. For example, instead of saying you ran a marketing campaign that generated $10 million in revenue, blah, 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 you can say something like, based on customer feedback on a new feature XYZ, you ran a campaign to increase acquisition for using that exact feature. Do you understand? You see how it works now? Like now you're saying that you use customer feedback about why they like the particular feature and use that feedback to acquire more customers. That makes more sense. That tells them that you're thinking like a product marketer. The third thing you should do is to always highlight your collaboration skills. Working as a PMM is not a standalone role. You're always going to be collaborating with product, sales, marketing, operations. You're going to be collaborating a lot. So you want to make sure that the hiring manager can see that you collaborate well. You want to add things like, oh, I collaborated with design to do XYZ. I collaborated with sales to do XYZ. Because if your resume looks like I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, then it feels like you don't know how to work with people, you don't know how to collaborate, and you're not passing the right message. Because when people are looking for product marketers, they're looking for great collaborators. They're looking for people that can bring a team together and take a product to launch successfully. Obviously, you can't do this by yourself. So you want to add these, like, you want to add this collaborative element in your resume. My fifth tip is to brush up on your storytelling. So product marketers are great storytellers, because how can you market a product to a customer? How can you tell them a story that will make them choose your product, use your product, engage with you, and do all these cool things if you can't even make your own resume look sensible? So that's something you need to pay attention to in your resume. Whatever you write in your summary, tied, if you say you are impact driven, or this is something about you that's like really good, you're detail oriented, then you write your key achievements. For example, your key achievement should be something that ties in that thing that you wrote about yourself as being excellent. Your skills should also tell that story. Like if you say you're detail oriented and no one can see anything detail oriented, like any detail oriented thing in your skills, then it's just confusing. I'm not saying detail oriented is the thing to use, but you get my point. So when you're working on your resume, pay attention to everything that you're doing. If you say one thing and that thing is what makes you stand out, you're creating your entire resume around it, which is important thing to do anyway. Always have a story that someone can remember, because if someone is going through 1,000 CVs, 2,000 CVs, these are all generic CVs that are just flying past them. What will make you stand out is that you had a story they can remember. When they think of you, they say, oh, that girl that's really, really good at positioning, because everything around her resume just screamed positioning, like expertise, maybe not expertise, but someone that wants to build positioning expertise. So if you say you want to be a product marketer that's really good at customer, like creating campaigns from the point of from a customer's point of view, then make sure that all of your experience build up to how you built this kind of skill. Let it not be that you just jumped out of nowhere and suddenly you have that skill. Your resume should tell the story that, oh, in your first job, you did this thing that kind of opened your eyes to customers. Then your second job, you got to do it more. Then your third job, you understand. So it should tell a story so that when you're positioning yourself as someone that is great at telling customer stories or creating campaigns based on customer stories, it makes sense because of what your experience is, what your skills are saying, and of course what your personal summary says as well. The next tip is to tie everything back to business goals. So it would be great if your resume can highlight the fact that you're not just working alone as a product marketer, but you're conscious about business goals and how they impact your own roles. So pay attention to the success metrics. So you want to have things in your resume that says, oh, I helped achieve XYZ% of business goals by implementing XYZ initiatives, right? So that the person reading your resume, the hiring manager can feel like, okay, if I hire this person is going to work with me according to business goals. This person is going to actually help the business achieve its goals. This person is not just going to be running around doing campaigns here and there for no reason. So it's really important these days. Like companies want to be sure that whoever they're hiring is a great investment. And there's no better way to be a great investment than to help a company achieve its goals. These are all of my tips. I hope that these tips can help you make your resume stand out. And I wish you good luck as you go out to land your first job in product marketing or another job in product marketing if you're already a product marketer. Thank you for sticking with me so far. If you like this video, please drop a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more product marketing tips, best practices, and stories. See you in my next video.